Hi students, this is Karen Morrow from Hayes STEAM Academy, and today we're going to be talking about contrast and how to use the elements that we've already learned in showing contrast in art projects. So I've got several of those elements here. The first one is line. Notice how you can show contrasting lines. This picture right here is a perfect example of that. So there's wavy lines all close together in the bottom part. This is high contrast to the top because these are a little bit more spread out and they're circular. Another way you can show contrast is to have different shapes. Here's an example of different shapes. This would be rectangles next to circles. So there's a lot of contrast between the two. The third one is texture. Here's an example of contrasting texture. Not only are there different colors, but there's a lot of rough texture here and broken up, different sizes and shapes. And then the background is more solid and smooth. The next one would be space. So here's another example of space. You've got the orange rectangles that are overlapping the green circles. So these look closer. And then you've got circles that are different sizes. They get smaller as they recede. One more way is to show color. So if you look at the color wheel, you could use complementary pairs. Complementary pairs are colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel or straight across. So red and green, yellow, purple, orange and blue. These are three color pairs or complementary pairs. And then the last one, value. Here's a photo of a person that's got all the colors right in value. But if you wanted to show high contrast and change it to black and white, you'll notice that there's a lot of contrast between the white and the black here. So you could do different values. Okay, for our project, we're going to be using complementary pairs. So we're going to take crayons and we're going to use the pairs. So we've got red and green. We've got purple and yellow crayons, and we've also got blue and orange. Those are complementary or opposite pairs that create a lot of contrast. So this will be the picture that we'll make, and we'll get started. I'll show you how we're going to do it. So we'll take a white paper, and you can either draw shapes or do your hands. I'm going to show you how to just trace your hands and make a picture for that. So we'll go around our hands lightly with a pencil. If you hold your pencil straight up and down, I think it helps out making it a little bit more realistic. Now I'm going to change. I'm going to do my other hand. I'm going to put it right over here. If you're having trouble drawing with your non-dominant hand, you can just draw the same hand twice. Fix my little boo-boo. Okay, then after we draw our hand on there twice, we're going to use a ruler and divide it into sections. We're going to draw 5 lines. So I'm going to start here in the middle and draw 1 line. And then I'm going to put 2 more over here. So that's 3. And then 2 more on this side. 4. 5. Now I'm going to label it just lightly so I'll remember what colors to color in what spaces. So I'll start on this side and I'll use my purple and yellow complementary pair. So I'm just going to put a Y there for yellow and purple, a P for purple. On this section here, I'm going to use the same pair, but I'm going to do the opposite when I cross that line. So this is yellow, this would be purple or violet. And this part would be yellow. The background right here, just a little bit, would be purple or violet. Okay, so I've got 2 sections that are yellow, violet. The middle 2 sections, I'm going to use green and red. So I'm going to use green, G, green there for the background, and R for the fingers and part of the hand in that section, red. Right down here, this will be the background, so it's green. Okay, I'm going to switch when I go across the line. This would be red, and this would be green. All of the fingers are going to be green, and all of the background is going to be red. This is red also. Okay, the last section, 2 sections, are going to be orange and blue. So right here, I'm going to start off with B for blue, and then orange for the hand. I'll have to add some blue here, and blue here, and a little bit right in here. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors when I cross the line. This was blue, so I'll put O for orange there. This would be blue because that's orange, cross the line. And then this is blue, this would be orange. All right, now we're ready to start coloring. So I'll start coloring right here. I'm going to go ahead and erase that O so that I can make sure that doesn't show through my crayons. And then I'm just going to apply my crayon. In this section. You can color lightly or with more pressure, just up to your own preference. Got a little bit of a darker color there. So you'll just switch as you go across the paper. So we're going to have high contrast between this orange and this blue section. I'm going to erase my B and then start coloring. Making it nice and smooth. Don't leave any white lines. And I'll keep coloring and continuing. So this is what the project will look like when I'm finished. So I've got high contrast with my complementary pairs of orange and blue, red and green, and yellow and violet or purple. You can still see the design, the hands, but it creates kind of an abstract look using my complementary pairs. Good luck, and I hope you enjoy the project. Be creative. If you like to change it up a little bit, that would be great.